What's going on, everybody out there? It's Ron Brown, LMT, the People's Fitness Professional, aka Soul Brother number one, reporting for duty. And I have the brother, Minister Eric Muhammad, in the building this evening. Alternate Sundays, that's when he's on. Someone's looking at us right now, right on time. That's what's up, man. Another person's in the chat. Thank you to everybody who is watching right now. We're about to go in on Understanding the Nation of Islam, Part 2. So the first question I want to ask, how you doing this evening, Brother Minister Eric Muhammad?
Fine, sir. All praise is due to Allah for the most honorable Elijah Muhammad.
Now, the first question I want to ask is, why do you always say that?
There's no great scientific answer, but in understanding the Nation of Islam, again, I have to stress the time. And when I say I have to stress the time, the Caucasian is out of time. I'm talking about insofar as his rule over the nations of the earth. And due to our very, very close association with him, particularly here in the hills of North America, if he's out of time, that means we're out of time, unless we separate from him and go our own way. And so when we say all praise is due to Allah, understand clearly, we are not talking about any Allah other than Master Farad Muhammad. And when we say all praise is due to him, we are saying all praise is due to him for raising up in our midst one to lead us, teach us, and guide us onto the right path, that we might not go out of time with our former slave masters. That term, all praise is due to Allah for the most honorable Elijah Muhammad, is really, we're really saying, we are glad that we will not be removed with our enemies. We're glad that we're going to survive what's coming down the pipe as opposed to being destroyed by it. That's basically what we're saying.
All right. So I have two questions. The first one is, what's coming down the pipe, right? What would you say is coming down the pipe?
The literal destruction of America as a nation. The literal. We're not talking about anything metaphoric. We're not talking about anything figurative. We are talking about the literal destruction of this nation that is called the United States of America.
Okay.
We're going to escape it. Those who follow the most honorable Elijah Muhammad, we're going to escape it. Not following the most honorable Elijah Muhammad will cause you not to escape it. I don't care who else you follow.
All right.
No exceptions. You got one way out of this, and that's Elijah Muhammad. That's it. And in 2026, I'm not playing politics. I'm telling you straight up, it's Elijah and nobody but Elijah.
All right. Now, why is Master Farad Muhammad considered a law, and why is the Honorable Elijah Muhammad considered the messenger?
Well, they're not considered Allah or considered the messenger. They just are what they are. And the reason that they are considered, quote unquote, is because that's what they are. Master Farad Muhammad is the most knowledgeable. He is the most wise. He possesses the greatest amount of understanding. And he also possesses the greatest amount of power of any human being on this planet.
Okay. So let's dive a little deeper into that.
Yes,
so
sir.
Why do you say he possesses the greatest power on the planet?
Knowledge is power. If you have the most knowledge, you have the most power. Wisdom and understanding are offshoots of knowledge.
That's a fact.
If I were to speak to God body, I would say wisdom is the ways and actions one uses to make his knowledge known, and understanding is the best part of knowledge.
Sure.
So you know, it all begins with knowledge, and that's why I said that knowledge is the foundation of all things in existence.
Right. Indeed. So what particular knowledge does he have that others don't?
He has a quantity of knowledge that others don't. There are those who have knowledge of mathematics, knowledge of science, knowledge of various things, but Master Farad Muhammad has the highest quantity of said knowledge. Now, in the Holy Quran, Allah says, I, Allah, am the best knower. I, Allah, am the best knower. Master Farad Muhammad is the best knower. The Most Honorable Elijah Muhammad teaches us that Master Farad Muhammad has a quantity. He didn't use these words. I'm using these words to make you understand what the messenger's words actually were. That Master Farad Muhammad has a quantity of knowledge, a quantity of wisdom, and a quantity of understanding, and therefore power that no other human being presently has, that no other human being has ever had in the past, and that no other human being coming in the future after he is dead and gone will have more than.
Okay. Now, this quantity of knowledge that he has, uh, does it have anything to do with, well, does it have anything to do with eat to live, dietary laws? Does it, what makes it so powerful, this information?
His knowledge and wisdom and understanding is all comprehensive. It's not just how to eat to live, it's everything. He is the all wise, best knowing one. So wise and so great in knowledge that he is self guided. He is not one who is guided by others. He's self guided and a guide to all others. This is Master Farad Muhammad.
Well, I would agree that some people come to the planet with abilities that the rest of the population don't have. I would agree with that. Now, here's a question that I think is a good question. Did Master Farad Muhammad have? Oh, Ben, what's up, Ben? I want to know this before we go on, Ben. Why do you always say "Assalamu alaikum"? Don't eat no bacon. Come on, brother. Next question. Come on, brother. Stop that, man. Did Master Farad Muhammad have healing abilities and remedies? If so, be specific, brother. That's what he said.
Not in the sense that that question sounds like. Master Farad Muhammad teaches us that fasting is the cure for 90% of what ails us. As far as what is the cure for the other 10%, you would have to ask someone else. But 90% of what ails us can be cured with fasting.
That's very interesting. And I think we spoke about this on a prior podcast that fasting now in the fitness industry, in the health industry, has there's so much information on that now, and people are going to fasting now like never before. I know a guy who I've known for years, who's been a bodybuilder for years, right? And in bodybuilding you have to eat a certain amount of meal. You have to eat like 6 meals a day, basically. And went from eating 6 meals a day to doing 1 meal a day now. And this is a Caucasian guy. So he's
Really?
not, yeah, he's not reading them. This has nothing to do with the Nation of Islam. And he said it changed his life. I mean, even though he's smaller now, he has the build, but he's doing one meal a day. Is I'm telling you, brother, it's interesting what I see in my world and what I see in the Nation of Islam. A lot of stuff goes hand in hand. I'm starting to see, brother. Uh, but now, so the messenger said, I'm not the messenger, but Master Farah Muhammad said that fasting is the cure of 90% of the diseases out.
90% of our ills.
Ills,
The exact words.
Our ills, brother Abin. Okay, so now why do we call Elijah Muhammad Honorable Elijah Muhammad and the messenger?
Actually, we refer to him as the most honorable because there are many others who are referred to as honorable. Even when you go in the devil's courts, the judge is called Your Honor.
Right.
When he walks in, he may be introduced as the Honorable so and so and so and so presiding judge, whatever. So we refer to the most honorable Elijah Muhammad as that, the most honorable Elijah Muhammad. It's just an honorific title that we use to refer to him. It's true, but there's no, that I know of, there's no great scientific reason for doing so.
Okay. Okay. Now, what about messenger?
Well, a messenger is one who delivers a message from another one. So he's the messenger because he delivers the message that was revealed to him by Master Farad Muhammad. That's what makes him a messenger. He's not a prophet. He's a messenger.
All right. Indeed, indeed. So now to move on to another question, I've noticed underneath one of the podcasts, a podcast that I posted Friday. It was an old podcast with you and the brother Sharif.
Yes, sir.
And someone, I would say Grand Sheik Sharif. So someone in the comments said, you know, we need to talk about what can we do for the youth out here. The youth need something. So what would you say to the youth if you had their ear right now? And as far as this, you know, dealing with the teachings, what would you tell them how this would benefit them?
What I would say, as far as how it would benefit them, what I would say to them is this: fly to Allah and follow the most honorable Elijah Muhammad, his messenger. Fly to Allah. Don't walk, don't run. Fly. Fly to Allah and follow the messenger. The way that it would benefit them is it will literally and physically save your life. You learn about things, and this is not something I would say to just the youth, but this is the overall message to all of our people. Would you please do what we tell you, not what you think, not what you science up in your own mind. Do what we tell you to do. Now, you may feel some type of way about the fact that I said that and the way that I said it, but I meant what I said, and I meant it like I said it. Nobody's asking you to think about nothing. Do what we tell you. You're worrying about all kinds of things that are not going to help you. You worrying about business, economics, education, all of these other things. What are any of the things that you're thinking about going to benefit you, or how are any of the things that you are thinking about going to benefit you if you're dead? Understand something. The very first thing that has to happen is your life has to be saved. We'll deal with education after you survive. We will deal with economics after you survive. We will deal with all of the other things that you want to think about instead of what we tell you to think about after, not before, not during, but after you survive. Your life is on the line and you asking about economics and education. You better live. That's the first thing you're going to have to do. Somebody is going to kill somebody. And the somebody who is going to kill somebody needs you to get out of the way so that when they kill them, they won't have to kill you in the process. What part of that memo do you not get? You are this close. I don't care whether you believe it or accept it or not. You are this close to being D-E-A-D, dead. Okay? Dead. And what the Nation of Islam is designed to do more than anything else is not to build schools and hospitals and buy farmland and open up businesses. The number one thing that we are doing is saving your life. That's the aspect of the teaching of Master Farad Muhammad through the Most Honorable Elijah Muhammad that goes in one ear, if it ever gets there, and goes out the other ear. We always want to think about businesses, economics, various other education, various other things, details about teaching. Should we be referred to as black? Should we be? Stop it already. There is someone who is physically flesh and blood alive, a human being who is going to literally destroy, kill, remove people who have been our slave masters, our murderers, our deceivers, our oppressors. And if he were to do that right this second, 99.9% of us would be killed, would be removed with him, because he cannot claim us, because we are going in the same names as the people that he has come to kill. Period. If your name is Jones, Williams, Jackson, Johnson, whatever, you're done. It's over. He cannot claim you. Because as the Most Honorable Elijah Muhammad teaches us, the devil, our enemy and oppressor, understands that by international law, none of our people can claim us as long as we willfully go in the names of the enemy who kidnapped and enslaved us. That's what the importance of the X is. It's not to make you part of a club. It's not to make you part of an organization. It is to X out the name of your former slave master so that your former slave master no longer has a legitimate claim on you as his own. As long as he enjoys that claim, you will go down with him. Getting that X removes his ability to claim you and creates the ability for Master Farad Muhammad to claim you. If he can claim you, he can save you. He can redeem you. He can deliver you from the destruction that he has come to impose upon our enemies. But to so many of us, this sounds like religious rhetoric. No problem. It's 2026. I'm not even sweating you like, pardon my slang, I'm not even sweating you like that right now. Take it or let it alone.
Okay, so can you give us any references or deeper insight as to why, or I'm going to say as to why Master Farad Muhammad says this? Basically, he's going to destroy America, right? Am I right or wrong?
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah. Okay, so can you give us some deeper insight on that teaching, part of the teaching?
The white man says it like this: karma is a bitch. He also says it like this: what goes around comes around. Jesus says in the scripture, those who lead into captivity shall go into captivity, and those who live by the sword shall die by the sword.
Okay.
So it's all of what I just said. It's what the white man calls karma, really, the Indian. It's what the white man calls karma. It's get back, it's payback. You know, Jesus also said, whatsoever a man soweth, the same shall he also reap. The Holy Quran says that Allah has made a man's actions to cling to his neck. The bottom line is, our enemy and oppressor has well earned his day of judgment, destruction, and removal. You cannot do to Black people what the Caucasians of the United States of America have done to Black people and expect to survive as a people. The idea that you can do to us what has been done and survive that is retarded beyond possible belief. It's like, where do you get that from? What do you think these people are? You think they're so special that they could do to us what they have done to us and survive it? Why? Because they're them? What kind of insanity grips your mind? Nobody can do what they did and survive. We couldn't do what they did and survive it.
Yeah, in history, we've done some stuff, and yeah, I think we got some get back for that. Yeah,
Yes, sir.
indeed. All right. So now, but let's go a little deeper into it. So,
Yes, sir.
what did Master Farad actually say about the end of times, if you will, or the fall of America?
What he said is what Minister Kevin said, that this area of the world, you have various aspects of its destruction. One, you have the four great judgments of America that are in the fall of America: rain, hail, snow, and earthquakes. One of the things that I regret about my ministry is that I have not concentrated or dealt enough with the four great judgments: rain, hail, snow, and earthquakes. We find this in our lessons, right?
Indeed.
It said that they're caused by the Son of Man, right?
Indeed.
But in the lessons, it doesn't say why these things are caused by the Son of Man. The Holy Quran mentions it. You have a positive why, and you also have a negative why. They are both mentioned in the Holy Quran. Rain is beneficial. Snow is beneficial. You know, hail, I imagine, can be beneficial, but I see hail as more destructive than beneficial. Earthquakes, I see as more destructive than beneficial. But rain, hail, snow, and earthquakes are weapons that would be used by the Son of Man, the Messiah, the great Mahdi, in this day of judgment against his enemies. Another aspect would be the 15 times 3 is 45, 4,500 literal, not metaphoric, literal physical bombs minus 9. So that would be 4,491 bombs that will be dropped on the United States of America. Not one will fall in water. All will fall on land. Each one will drill a hole in the ground when it strikes the ground 1 mile deep, where it is time to go off after it reaches that depth and bring up a mountain 1 mile high. In these bombs is also fire and poison gas, and everything within a 50-mile radius of each one of these bombs will be destroyed with respect to life. Let me say that the proper way. All life within a 50-mile radius of each one of these 4,491 691 bombs will be destroyed. All life. Nothing will be left alive. So we got bombs, poison gas, fire. Another aspect of this destruction. He said that a shortage would be cut into gravity, and fire from a height of about 12 miles above our heads would burn its way down, burning the atmosphere all the way down to the ground, and that this area of the earth would burn for 390 years, burning so hot that it will take 610 years just to cool off. And after that 610-year cooling period, this area would begin to produce life again, vegetation and growth.
Okay. So with that being said, right,
Yes, sir.
how could we escape something like that, even if we're a part of the Nation of Islam?
He teaches us, he being Messenger Muhammad, teaches us that we who are the righteous, who submit to the will of Master Farad Muhammad, will be removed to a zone of safety. Now, I know our people. Well, where is that? If I knew where the zone was, genius, wouldn't the Caucasian enemy also know? And if he knew where it was, would it be safe? Duh. I don't know where, and I don't care where, as long as it's safe. And because I have enough sense to realize that it cannot be someplace known and also be someplace safe at the same time, then again, it doesn't cause me to doubt it or disbelieve it. I just can't wait to get there.
Okay. All right. Now I want to take a turn real quick,
Yes, sir.
just to ask some questions about you and your demonstration, what you do out there in Atlanta and things, because you're not seeing it, but I get a lot of comments, under every video, and so people want to know, what are you doing in Atlanta? How long have you been operating? And when you're holding, meetings on Sundays, the chairs aren't filled in the front. However, I've been around a little bit to see brothers. You know what I mean? I've watched you. I watched videos and things like that. Um, uh, and well, not only videos, but I've seen pictures and things, and I see you have brothers around. I've met a couple brothers. Brothers are sharp, very well mannered, articulate, and you're putting the work in. It's just people don't see it. So I would like to know, how long have you been operating out there, and what's going on with your demonstration?
All right. With respect to how long I've been operating in Atlanta, I've been operating in Atlanta since November of 2000. That's when I actually started having regular temple meetings. I started out in the living room of my home. And from November of 2000 until May of 2009, I worked in the living room of my home. I moved a few times, but each time I used the living room of my home as a meeting place. In May of 2009, I rented, together with Chief Kamara, I rented a space above the, what do you call it? The Soul Vegetarian Restaurant. There's a loft above it. And that became where our base of operations was. That lasted until approximately September or October. Then for a brief period, we were back in the living room of another home of mine. Doesn't mean I owned it, but I was renting it. And then in January of 2010, which was 4 months after we lost the loft over the Soul Vegetarian restaurant, we met in the living room of my home for another 4 months. And then we got the place on Dill Avenue. That was January of 2010. And since then, we have, by the grace of Allah, Master Farad Muhammad, we have maintained a consistent place as a base of operations for 16 years.
Come on now. Come on. 16 years in operating in that same location there.
Well, Dill Avenue for 11 years.
Yeah, Dill Avenue.
And
right.
Then this upgraded, very much upgraded location on Old National Highway for the past 5 years. So 16 years altogether, we have maintained a place as our base of operations.
Right. Got you. So you can't just be maintaining with no one there, right?
Absolutely. But again, this is one of the things that makes it so hard to help Black people. It's the way we think. You know, we look in the mirror and we think we're all right, despite the fact that our condition and our position screams that we are anything other than all right. You know, it's the way we think. We don't think critically. We look, and if we don't see 2 million men on a mall in Washington when only 1 million were called, you're nothing, you're nobody, you're not doing anything. And I hope that I am absolutely wrong. You know, sometimes I want to be wrong. I kid you not. Sometimes I literally pray that I'm wrong. But I hope that the question, what are you doing in Atlanta, is not what it sounds like. Let me tell you what I'm not doing in Atlanta. I'm not feeding the homeless. That's what I'm not doing. Okay? I'm not doing, and I use that as one thing. You know, I'm not doing the things that individuals today think you are supposed to be doing in order to be doing something. I'm not marching. I'm not protesting. I'm not, I'm not an activist. There's no activist activity going on. You know what I mean?
Gotcha.
What I am doing is what the lessons say: teaching civilization to the uncivilized. That's what I'm doing. It's like not you, Brother Ron, but it's like you look at me on Sunday doing what I do and then ask, well, what are you doing in Atlanta? Well, what the hell did you just watch me do in Atlanta? What have you been watching me do in Atlanta for 16 damn years?
Well, brother, I got it.
Yes, sir.
Now, they don't know, but the time that I met you, when that camera goes off, other things are going on, though.
Yes, sir. Absolutely.
Okay. So I just want that to be said. And you know what you're talking about, and you know what you're doing. I witnessed it myself.
Yes, sir.
And I've met brothers there. One brother, he was just peace, his whole demeanor and all that. And we vibed because we're from the same city and everything like that. There was another brother there. He was on it, sharp, like his lessons and things like that. And he was all about coming back to quote again. Coming back, I forgot the brother's name though. Coming back to quote again. That's what, it was. Brothers are sharp there. So you gotta be, you gotta know what you're doing. It's like, see, this stuff, no one can see this. No one can see this. So yeah, anyway, I just wanted to, put that out there.
Can I say this?
Yes, sir.
All right. Pardon me for 1 second, okay?
Okay.
I can't see you right now because I'm bringing up a page to get some facts.
Right.
Okay, now, one second. Here we go. We're going to go to last week's lecture, which I haven't put a title on yet. And we're going to go to customs. Now, I want to explain to you what I'm doing. I'm going into YouTube Studio, clicking on live. Then it's going to show all the live lectures. Then I'm going to click on to where you go to the live, right? I'm going on last week's live. You got a pencil is the first symbol. Then you have a page as the next symbol. Then you have another symbol that looks like a page, but is square, like for comments. And then you have the play symbol. Okay. Next to the pencil symbol is the page symbol with the words going straight up and down. All right. Click on that. That's analytics. Then when you get to that, you go to the top right-hand corner where it says since published. Click on the arrow, come down to where it says custom. Then you go to the 24th, where it says 24th. You hit 24 twice. What you have just done is you want to get the analytics for that one day, May the 24th. Click apply. Now, that day, where it says overview, you have 432 views that day. You click reach. Well, wait a minute. Let's go back to overview. You had 432 views, 201 hours watch time, and 2 people subscribed. Then you click reach. 241 unique viewers. That's not views. That's different individual people. That's 241 different people sitting in front of a cell phone, a tablet, a smart TV, whatever, watching just that day. Then you click engagement. The average view duration was 27 minutes and 57 seconds. And again, the watch time was 201.3 hours. And when you click audience, it just goes back and shows you again 241 viewers. I understand that I'm not the most likable person on the face of the planet Earth. I don't try to be likable. I have no concern over whether I'm liked or disliked, not here for that. So, but I can understand being as dislikable as I happen to be, wanting to clown me. So you watch the video and you see nobody sitting in the chairs. Well, let's clown me about nobody sitting in the chair. Okay, I got it. You don't like me? You want to clown me? You got this particular view about me. You want to find something negative to say. So you harp on nobody being in the chairs. Okay, I get it. I'm not kidding you. I get it. Here's what I don't get, though. 241 people were glued to a cell phone or an iPad or a tablet or a Chromebook or a smart TV or whatever.
Yeah.
And you're like, you are seriously trying to act like I haven't attracted anybody to what I'm saying. You're an idiot. I mean, pardon the disrespect, but you're an idiot. You talking about how many people are not sitting in 12 chairs. I only put 12 chairs out. You're talking about how many people are not sitting in 12 chairs, as if the 241 people sitting in other chairs
Right.
don't count. I mean, stop it already.
Not to mention, not to mention all the views from these podcasts.
Not to mention the views from the podcast. It's just absolutely ridiculous. I'm on a podcast with someone from New York City that never came to Atlanta before I started doing the podcast, and sat in one of my chairs to show by sitting in the chair that I was able to attract him. If I wasn't able to attract Brother Ron because he wasn't here in Atlanta sitting in a chair, how did I end up on his podcast? You're not making any sense. Now, if it's only clowning me because you don't like me and you just want to have something, you just want to have some shade to throw, I get that. That's cool. But when you start acting like you actually believe the things that you're saying when you're clowning me, I don't get that. I just don't get that.
Now we addressed that part, the comments in the on the videos. Now I want to someone's making a comment now. I want to now go back into understanding the Nation of Islam,
Yes,
part 2. Now, do you understand, or not understand, but do you know what was the purpose of keeping the Nation of Islam suited and booted and properly groomed?
Oh, absolutely. The Nation of Islam is all wise and does everything right and exact, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. We have in our lessons a question: who is the founder of unlikes attract and likes repel?
Mm-hmm.
We don't need to recite the whole thing. I could, but for what? To impress you?
Right.
The bottom line is this here: unlikes attract and likes repel is a law. So the Nation of Islam uses that law for the benefit of saving our people. We go to our people unalike. The way we dress, the way we eat, the way we walk, the way we talk, the way we look, the way we roll. We go to our people unalike. And by being unalike, it makes us magnetic. And being magnetic, we are able to get to the minds of our people. Even our people that don't actually join have a positive view of us, have a liking to the ones who hate us. Like us, they won't admit it. But those that hate us even like us because of that attraction that comes from our unlikeness. So that's why we go suited and booted, and Elijah Muhammad recruited.
Okay. Now you specifically said Elijah Muhammad recruited.
Exactly. Not somebody else. Elijah Muhammad. Not somebody else in the name of Elijah Muhammad. Like this craziness. We are followers of the Honorable Elijah Muhammad under the leadership of, and then you say someone else. You cannot be the follower of one man under the leadership of another man. You can be a follower of one man under the tutelage of another man, but not under the leadership of another man. And when you outright refer to yourselves as followers of another man, then you come and try to represent yourselves as followers of the messenger. I'm sorry, it just doesn't add up. Either you're a follower of the messenger or you're a follower of your leader who is another man other than the messenger, period. And it doesn't matter what that man is or who that man is, pardon me. if you are a follower of his, you absolutely are not a follower of the messenger. When I first joined Louis Farrakhan's movement in 1983, 43 years ago, we did not refer to ourselves as followers of Minister Farrakhan. First of all, he wasn't the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan then. We didn't refer to him as that. That's something Brother Khalid came up with. We didn't refer to him as no Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan. He was just Minister Louis Farrakhan. He wasn't a divine reminder and a divine comforter. He sure as hell wasn't the Jesus in our midst, the Messiah in our midst, and all this other crap that he's being called now. He was simply our big brother. He was simply national representative of the Honorable Elijah Muhammad. And when he signs his name to any correspondence to any of those who are with him, he doesn't sign it Louis Farrakhan, Messiah in your midst. He doesn't sign it Louis Farrakhan, divine comforter, divine reminder, any of these, the Louis Farrakhan, the Jesus in your midst. He signs it Louis Farrakhan, national representative of the Honorable Elijah Muhammad. That's
so
all he signs.
So where did that other stuff come from?
It comes from him.
Oh,
he's wise. He's wise like his foster father, the devil. He's wise. He deceives you in such manner that you can be blamed before God for being conceived. If I sign my name as nothing but national representative of the Honorable Elijah Muhammad, and I get you to start calling me all these other things, who's to blame? You.
Okay, I see what you're saying. You're
to blame. Because when it gets really real, what I'm going to represent myself as when I sign my signature to something, I'm telling you, I'm nothing but the national representative of the Honorable Elijah Muhammad. And I don't sit here saying that that's what he is. I am simply saying that is all he really represents himself as when it comes down to it. But he deceives you into believing he's all these other things while telling you straight up, no, I'm actually just national representative of the Honorable Elijah Muhammad. So no, you can be, like I said, when I first joined with him, he said it. I heard him say it out of his own mouth. We were followers of the Honorable Elijah Muhammad. And we added to that under the tutelage of Minister Louis Farrakhan. I don't have a problem with you being a tutor. I don't have a problem with you providing tutelage as long as the tutelage you are providing is to the message that Allah revealed to his messenger, not to any updates, modifications, deeper understandings, the simple, plain message of the most honorable Elijah Muhammad. If you want to provide tutelage where that message is concerned, that's fine. Here at Muhammad's Temple number 15, everybody except me is a follower of the most honorable Elijah Muhammad under the tutelage of Minister Eric Muhammad. Period. So this ridiculousness of trying to make me a rival leader to Minister Louis Farrakhan, I'm not a leader, I'm a follower. I'm a follower. Nothing more than a follower. I am absolutely nothing but a student, a minister, and a representative of the man who actually is the leader, and that is the most honorable Elijah Muhammad, as the man who carries the word of Allah on behalf of the messenger presiding over this temple, I provide tutelage to the members of this temple and to many outside of this temple who would rather not become members but get as much of the tutelage that they can.
All right.
That's it.
So now under the tutelage of Minister Eric Muhammad, what is to be expected?
The life-giving teachings of the most honorable Elijah Muhammad and the training that he provided. That's it. The messenger said that there are three essentials in his teaching: light, life, and power. Now, light and power are wonderful. Those are two nice things. But life, we're not just talking mental and spiritual life. We're talking physical life, because this teaching will literally save your life. In his lecture, Why I Teach Separation, the messenger said that it makes tears come to his eye. I'm paraphrasing now because I'm having a senior moment, but he was basically saying not a day goes by without tears coming to his eyes when he sits and thinks about how many millions of us are facing death if we are not shown the way out of it. This is the messenger's teaching. So when I get up on the podium and I'm a little amped and I say, you this close to being dead, it's not Eric being Eric. It's Eric listening to the messenger and repeating what the messenger said. You're this close to being dead. You're so close to being dead that not a day went by that the messenger didn't, quote unquote, cry at the thought of how many of you will die if you're not shown the way out of it.
All right. Now, according to the teachings, what was the any references about fleeing to any other place, or I read the message to the black man, and the messenger was talking about your salvation is here in America, so to speak. Basically, whatever, I forgot how, I'm paraphrasing, I forgot how exactly he said it, but you basically saying America is where you should be, basically.
That's one way to look at it, but that's not true. America is absolutely not the place that you should be. And he makes that crystal clear, that we have to be removed to a zone of safety, that this area is an area that has been marked for destruction. We can't stay here if it's going to be burning for 390 years. But see, here's the problem. We think that's metaphorical. No, it's not. We can't stay here if 4,491 bombs, 30% more explosive than anything the Caucasian has, are going to be dropped here, raising 4,491 mountains and destroying all life within a 50-mile radius of all of those mountains. Well, we can't stay here. We have to leave here. And the messenger teaches us, and our Savior has arrived, that this is the place where the new heavens and the new earth will begin. But it's only after 1,000 years of destruction, 390 burning, 610 cooling off. And that's when this area will start bringing forth new vegetation.
And now, any information out there that can substantiate any of these claims?
I just gave you the substantiation. Our Savior has arrived. I mean, the messenger said it. How do we substantiate what the messenger said?
Yes.
Certainly not by looking to the white man, the Caucasian, to substantiate it. Like where? Like what? We're going to go to the library and substantiate it? We're going to go to Harvard, Yale, Princeton?
Well, I would say, I've run across so many different things, books and videos, and I think if anyone could help me in the chat, some of what the messenger has taught people, and like scientists are now coming out and substantiating what he said with certain proof. So I was just trying to see if there was anything that you knew
Well,
of.
let's deal with verbiage. Let's deal with verbiage. SAT word. By verbiage, I mean words chosen to say a particular thing. Now, there are no scientists who are substantiating anything that the messenger said with proof or anything other than that. What these scientists are doing is bearing witness.
Right.
They're bearing witness to what the messenger said. They're not substantiating it.
Okay.
If anything is being substantiated, they themselves are being substantiated by verifying or confirming that the truth the messenger taught is just that. They're substantiating themselves. You know what I mean?
Gotcha.
The bottom line is there's only one individual who can prove, aka substantiate, what the most honorable Elijah Muhammad said, and that is the one specific individual who gave it to him to say. Nobody can substantiate the word of Elijah but Farad. Nobody can substantiate it. Like if I give you a message to give someone, who in God's name can substantiate what I said through you to that someone except me? I'm the one who said it. I'm the one who sent the message through you to that person. So nobody can substantiate that what I said is true other than me. I'm the one who said it. So why go look to somebody else to substantiate it? It's up to Master Farad Muhammad to prove what the most honorable Elijah Muhammad said is true. But we want the white man to prove it.
And that's a good point, because that's what I ask questions that everyone else would ask.
Yes, sir.
So I'm going through my mental Rolodex and I'm saying, what would like the average person ask, when these things are said? And you made a good point, because it's like we can't think without the so-called white man.
Right.
Right. Just like sometimes I talk to people I know and they go to Google, or they will go to a book written by a European. And I'm like, why are you going to that book when I just gave you a book that of someone who looks exactly like you? I just gave you, this is the book I got it from. Read that book. Why you want to try to substantiate what's said in here through Google? Or
right.
You get what I'm saying?
Yes,
so
the Hatfields say something, and then you run over to the McCoys to ask the McCoys if what the Hatfields said is true. The Dallas Cowboys say something, and you go running to the Oakland Raiders or the Washington Redskins. Now, I know these are old names for teams. I don't give a damn, because I don't give a damn about football. You know the new names for these teams because you still watching football. I don't. All right. When I was growing up, it was Oakland Raiders. When I was growing up, it was Washington Redskins. Now, let me make my example, please. Dallas Cowboys say something, you're going to go to the Oakland Raiders or the damn Washington Redskins to verify what the Dallas Cowboys said? What is the matter with you? I mean, it's like, it's so frustrating that it gets me amped. It gets me irritated. You get a message from God, then you want to go to the devil to prove whether or not God's message is true. I'll give you two more examples. Daniel is preaching in Babylon. After Daniel tells you something, you go to Nebuchadnezzar looking to verify whether or not what Daniel said is true. The other example, Moses is teaching in Egypt. You're going to go to Pharaoh and try to get verification of what Moses said from Pharaoh. Right. You're being ridiculous, thinking that you're being critical in your thinking. There's nothing critical about the thought of going to Pharaoh to verify what was said about Moses. That's not critical thinking, that's retardation.
Indeed. Especially when you know Pharaoh's history.
Hello? Like, really?
When the Pharaoh lies about everything, like, come on, people. For real. I have more questions, but yes, we do this show for an hour. We're gonna come back for part 3 of this. That would be peace, because I have, like I said, I have more questions.
Yes, sir.
And that's pretty much it for right now. Thank you to the chat for chiming in this evening. I really appreciate you. We have some shows tomorrow, Wednesday, and I think. And I have a show Thursday for anyone who wants to know. Brother Eric Muhammad, can you let the people know where they can find you besides this email right here, the NOI Temple 15 at AOL.com. AOL.
How old I am, right? I'm still using AOL.
AOL.
You've got mail.
So you can find the brother right there. You can email him at any point if you have any questions, because a lot of you are under the podcast page with comments after comments after comments after comments. I'm dealing with it every single day. Talk to the brother directly. Come on now.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. We're at 5540 Old National Highway, Building 2, meaning not the first building that's in the front, but the second building that's in the back. Suite number 8, but you can't miss it anyway because there's a big old Muhammad's Temple 15 sign sitting above the door. That's Atlanta, Georgia, 30349. The telephone number for the temple, this is the landline, 404-758-8209. The cell number we use for the temple, 404-484-2519, which will receive text messages as well as telephone calls. Our social media presence is Facebook. We're at Salam Newspaper Distributors. We're at Salam Newspaper. We're at Muhammad's Temple 15. We're at The Real Nation of Islam. That's 4 Facebook pages. All right. You have my personal pages. I have 2 personal pages because the impact of what we say at the temple will often get you put in Facebook jail. So because I would have to log on to Muhammad's Temple 15 page as Eric Muhammad in order to do a live broadcast, they would wait until Monday, put me in Facebook jail, knowing that the 7 days wouldn't be up until the next Monday, which means Sunday, I can't do my live broadcast. So then I set up an Eric Shabazz page. So this is why I have 2 personal pages. If you hit me on one page, I'm still able to broadcast live on our temple page because I'm an administrator with both of those pages. Meaning I'm an administrator of the Temple 15 page as Eric Shabazz, but I'm also an administrator at the oldest page, which is the Eric Muhammad page. Now, we are on Twitter or X as, let's see, Our Twitter is at 26 Muhammad SHBZZ. At 26 Muhammad SHBZZ. I think it's ZZ. I'm not positive, but if it's either two Z's or one Z. We are on Instagram, but I don't hardly do anything whatsoever on Instagram. But if you just wanted to see the little bit that we do, it's NOI Temple 15. That's Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, and of course YouTube. And the YouTube, if you just type in Eric Muhammad Temple 15, it'll bring you to our page.
Right, indeed. So now, talk to the brother, not me. Anyway, on that note, thank you for coming out this evening, brother.
Thank you.
We are out of here. Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum salam.